Hello, 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 hello. Hello, and welcome to the Simply Together show. It's the 15th of August, and it's sunny a little bit. Sunny-ish. But it'll be raining later.
To stop today. It's nice and bright here. It's nice and bright up here in Wigmore.
Where are you then?
I'm at work.
Is that in town?
In Wigmore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. So it's sunny over there. It's sunny over here ish. Yeah. Anyway, where are you, Tamar? Is it sunny there?
Yeah, I'm in London. I'm in Teddington, and yeah, I'm not complaining about the sun, but it is very sunny. Yeah.
God, see, it's all right for some, isn't it?
I know, these bloody Southerners, they take everything, don't they?
Them Londoners. Anyway, I am here hosting today with the lovely Nike. So how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Very excitable. It's August. It's the best, one of the better months of the year.
So are you recovered from partying on Friday?
Well, I'm functional. Let's put it this way.
For those out there, it was her husband's 60th, and they had a lovely party, and you're just about functional, and it's Tuesday now.
I know. What can I say? I know it wasn't because I was drunk or anything like that. So all the preparations, the anticipation, is this going to work? Is that going to work? So we've got some of that to come.
It all worked.
Indeed.
So we have our guest today, Tamar. Nike's going to grill you nicely. She's going to ask you lots of questions. So I'm going to hand over to Nike.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining. It's always nice to be here. So I have a guest here, Tamar Lovindeer-Robinson. Please, I know you. I've had the pleasure for a few years of knowing you, but for those who are watching and who don't know, can you just introduce yourself a little bit, please?
Yes, of course. My name is Tamar Oliver Lovindeer-Robinson. It's quite a mouthful, so every time I write it down, I always get quite tired by the end of the name.
Jokes.
I am from Luton, born and raised in L&D. Spent 25 years in Luton, and I've spent about 5 years living in London. I've worked for, I would say, a few large organizations. I won't name them on this stream, but very large organizations. And in the last few years, I would say since 2019, I've got really involved and interested in community work. And around that time, I started to run my own business consulting company as well, working with organizations in the community in Luton, Bedfordshire, and beyond. I could go on. Would you like me to go on? Yeah.
Is this more of its pertinent? Because we do know that you have the intention of promoting something. So perhaps you want to talk about how you got into the subject matter of that.
Yeah. So, my schooling, I won't go all the way back to the end, but I went to Foxdale, infants and juniors, and went to Icknield High School. At Icknield High School was where I first started doing business-related things. I was selling food out of my locker, food and drink,
Oh, wow. Like Jamie Oliver.
I was the tuck shop guy. I was ruining Jamie Oliver's plans, it seems like, because they weren't healthy food, I'll be honest. But I had my market, I had my niche, and I had my, marketing ideas back then. So going into college, I did business studies then. I did business degree, and then I went and did a business and strategy master's very recently. So all of that business knowledge, all of that business experience, I said, eventually I have to try and teach other people, but also use it. There's no use just learning. I'm not going to use it, or at least teach it to other people. So my idea to share some of the interesting marketing ideas that I have latched onto came a few years ago. And I thought, you know what? I think these are really great tools. I really want a few other people to understand them and use them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the idea came, to just teach people on a webinar about the tricks and tools that I use in my marketing. Yeah.
So, okay, so you've touched upon marketing there. So what is it that you that made you have an interest in that?
Yeah.
For example, I mean, obviously the drive to sell sweets out of your locker or snacks is probably financial at that age, but how did you wield that into marketing?
Yeah, as I grew up, I just saw how inspiring and sort of captivating different marketing campaigns were. There was a T-Mobile advert that some people might remember back in the day where it was a flash dance in the middle of, I want to say, Waterloo Station. I might get that wrong. It might be Liverpool Street. But it was a massive train station in London. And it was a flash dance. And that just gripped me. And I've never forgotten that. It's 15 years later. Just, wow, that's amazing. Why did that work? How did it work? And how does that relate even to every day?
Yeah.
And if someone told you, well, we're not going to do a marketing class today, we're going to do a brainwashing class, you would say, oh, wow, what's that? I want to know what you're talking about. And as I've learned more, I very much felt it's very similar. It's very similar, mind control kind of things. Not as, malicious as that, but I think it is very much getting into the psychology of buyers and sellers and bringing people together. So that's where my interest has grown, how that works with people day to day. Yeah.
So do you think that there's value in everybody knowing a little bit about marketing?
100%. 100%. Because if you don't know something, if you're not aware that something's happening, how can you really navigate it in the best way? We might think something is very like random or not so deep, but when you actually look behind the curtain, peer behind it, you'll realize that it was quite constructed. And that affects us every single day in our everyday lives. So the more you know, the more you can navigate, I would say.
Right. Interesting. So is it one thing that I'm always curious about, because I've read it there, you were talking about personal branding and marketing. So from a high level, I would think I know the difference, because I do believe that we do use the words quite interchangeably now, especially now with everybody, being active on social media, putting themselves out there. What is the difference?
The difference, I would say, is the intent. So when you make a personal brand, you're binding it to yourself and to everything you do. And when you go out in the world and you're doing the things that you're passionate about, hopefully most people are doing it with intention. Obviously not everyone will be, but that's how it becomes very intentional. When you're trying to sell a product, you're still being intentional, but the product is the main event. When it's a personal brand, it could be a value you're promoting, it could be a way of life, and it could well be products after that point. But the main thing is your values and your behaviors and your mindset, I would say, is the main difference. And actually, most brands today lead into the personal branding anyway. Most brands still need people to sell things and need personalities to sell things. So the two of them have never really been separate. They've always been quite together, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so obviously, because we're talking about branding and marketing, but I happen to know that you have a keen interest in artificial intelligence, and there's a lot of noise about that at the moment.
Yeah. There is.
How far away are we of moving away from people to, okay, I don't want to say machines, I'm not talking about the full Will Smith thing, but I am really curious.
Yeah.
Okay. It's this thing with the AI marketing, the fact that your voices can be cloned, etc. And I am seeing a proliferation of it now, even just on social media. Still quite crude, that you can still kind of picture it straight away, but it's getting to the stage where eventually you will have to kind of have a magnifying glass to see what's your take on that?
Yeah, from an ethical point of view, it's really a minefield because it all comes down to data and who owns it. So as soon as you put yourself out there on the internet, you are putting yourself a tiny bit at risk. I would say the risks are quite low, but now artificial intelligence is getting quite powerful. Yeah, it's more the power and the speed at which it does things. I would say the risk is getting bigger. Particularly, have you heard of most people have Martin Lewis, the money saving expert? A lot of people were using adverts, just his picture, not his voice, not his video, just his picture to sell things. And once he was aware of it, he went after it massively to sue the companies and Facebook specifically.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I remember that.
So I guess I don't want to portray a very bad future, but if there was a software which could clone my voice and use my face and use it to sell something, and it would be happening maybe in another country, somewhere I may not be aware of, then yeah, it's a very real reality that people's data can be used to create AI adverts, AI conversations, AI moments. And before I forget, there's also a TV show on BBC called Capture. Watch it. Then me. We'll have the same conversation.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand that you've got an event coming up shortly.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little about that and why we should attend, and who is it aimed at?
Yeah. So yeah, please attend. Everybody attend. As soon as you've heard it, just click that you're attending. Even if you don't know if you are now, you can always change your mind. Just click attend and change your mind later. It's fine. And it's for, I would say it's for two types of people. People who are generally just curious about the world, curious about how marketing affects our day-to-day. And then there's also for people who do marketing, who do it every day, because even if you are familiar with all of the tricks and skills and how it works, it's nice to refresh yourself and to kind of hone those skills. And if you learn something new along the way, then that's even better, I would say. So that really is going to be a good event. You know, it's free to attend, and you can enjoy it from the comfort of your home. And I think going forwards, if it goes well, we will do more of them. Yeah. In terms of the content on the day, oh, I think I've lost Nikki. If she's still there, I'm going to keep talking anyway.
Just keep talking. I didn't see exactly what happened. It just kind of went blank.
Oh, yeah. Maybe the broadband's gone down.
Oh, there it is.
He's back. He's back.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It was good. You caught me in the middle of a monologue.
Yeah, I was trying to dismiss a message there, and somehow I ended up in the middle of it.
No, please come back. No. I was just going to say some of the content, I would say, it's like my own personal syllabus. So it's not something that is out of a textbook. You know, when you look through a textbook, I find it quite boring. Yeah. But for me, I've curated a few different topics that I think will grab people's attention or will make them want to share what they've learned. Okay. So you mentioned it already, some personal branding. Yeah. Some of the principles like the 4 Ps will be in there, and pestle will be in there, but also some other.
What is pestle? I've heard of that. What is it again? Remind us.
Yes. So it's the forces that affect your business or your marketing strategy.
Oh, the political, economic, social, that.
You got it.
I'm not just a pretty face, you know.
Pretty face and a big brain. There you go.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good.
There's something in there for everyone, and I'm hoping people will take something new from it and just go, maybe I'll jump back into this realm and keep learning. And that's all I can really hope for from this.
Yeah. One thing that, as you've been speaking, that I'm curious. Obviously, the thing with marketing and branding and stuff like that, I think a lot of people associate it with big businesses and Googles and stuff like that. But what would you say would be the value of smaller companies, or in particular CICs? What type of value would they get from taking up some marketing and branding skills, especially when you consider especially with CICs where there's a lot of competition for funds and things like that. How would you see?
Yeah, great question. And there's probably far better people out there who can answer this question than me, but I'll do my best anyway. When it comes to marketing for CICs or for anyone that's in the community, I would say that sometimes it's just being present and remembered and being in the forefront of people's minds. So sometimes it doesn't always matter what you're actually saying. Sometimes, I'll be honest, it's just that people recall and remember you, because when it comes to time when people are planning their weeks or their months or their year, what's going to be fresh in their mind. So if they saw a advert or a poster just yesterday or that morning, they might not necessarily remember the content of it, but they will investigate when they have the head to do so. So it's more about being consistent and present, so that when people remember, they will go and investigate for themselves. People can be autonomous once it's here, they'll go and search for it, I would say. So yeah, it doesn't have to cost a lot. It just has to be consistent and there is my advice.
Okay. Well, and so where could people find the details of the event that you're promoting? When is it? How do they get to join? And how long will it be for?
Okay. So
and how much does it cost?
Oh yeah. It's actually a free event. It's been self-funded by myself. So for me, the community, yeah. That's how I want to run these things, and that's what I will continue to do. And if any donations come after the fact, then that's a win-win for me. It's only a short event, so it's not going to take up all of your day. It's only going to run for about 40-45 minutes. Anything longer, people will pick up anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Wednesday, the 30th of August from 6:15 in the evening.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is search on the Facebook for my page, which is Thebusinessmar, all one word. And if you click interested or going to the event, you will see any updates as well. Yeah. Best thing to do.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Fantastic. So thank you very much for joining us and giving us a little insight. No. So the one thing I would say is not necessarily related to marketing. Obviously, the Premier League has started.
Come on.
That's one sport that I know that we have in common there. We don't share the love of the same team, obviously. So what's your prediction?
Oh, my prediction. Well, Luton are staying up, first of all, is the name of my fantasy football team. So that's happening. And I'm going to go for an Arsenal win, and Liverpool finish about 4th, I think, this year. So I think
damn, cheeky.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great year. A lot of football is going to be played. There's no World Cup this year, so it's just a straight season.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I shall definitely be joining your event. I shall look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone at Simply Together. Thanks for having me, and to yourself and the producers and everyone behind the scenes.
Don't disappear. Don't disappear.
Oh my God. Oh no, it's not turned political, it's turned to football. Oh my God. Yes, football is a good thing.
In whose opinion?
In my opinion.
Okay.
The opinion that counts.
That's fine.
No, just joking. Just joking. I just thought it would be a nice way to kind of lighten off there, because you know sometimes we like to ask different questions at the end.
Glad you asked me, because I love Arsenal. So
yeah, I think that was pretty evident, wasn't it, with your prediction as to what you like and where Nike's team is going to end up, possibly.
Oh dear, there you go.
So one of the things that was said during while she was talking to Nike is about, we've got an event happening on the 2nd of September. I don't know, I think you must have missed that, Nikki. I don't think you saw it. So we've got a community youth day, so Luton Youth Community Day on the 2nd of September. It's between 12 and 5. It's at the Hat Factory.
Awesome.
It's free. It's a free event, and there's free food for young people, not for your mums and your dads that you're bringing with you. It's for the young people who are there. They get to eat for free as well. Have a look in your diary. See if you've got space to come and talk to them for a little bit about what you do and where and how that started. You know, the fact that you're in school and you are the tuck person and you're selling from your locker to where you've now gone and what you're offering and what you're doing for, you know, for other people. That would be really interesting. So have a look in the diary, just have a look, and then obviously you can contact us and let us know whether that's something you could do. But if not, that's fine. There's other events. There's always other events that are coming up. You know, we have International Men's Day, which comes up. So that could be something. So just
went to last year's one and I was in tears. It was so good. It was so like such a good event. Such emotion was coming out on that day, and I was like, yeah, coming next year.
So maybe that's something that you could actually be involved in. So
yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you for the sale. I will definitely check my calendar.
Have a look at your calendar. So for everybody out there, we've got the Luton Youth Community Day, which is it's being run by Simply Deez, but it is being led by a youth committee. And we have got some young people on that committee, ranges from 12 years old to 25 years old. And they are putting together what they would like to see, what they are hoping to find that's in the community. So we've got various different people that are coming in. We've got local people coming in as well, talking about what's on in the community, what you can access. We've got poets, we have got musicians, we have got so Nikkei can't attend that day, so her look on her face is
dear.
Next year, Nikkei. But this year, like I said, we have got poets, spoken word artists, we've got musicians, we have got many different people. We've got somebody coming from a local boxing group who is going to talk about what they do within the community, what is out there. You know, there's organizations that they put things together for the young people, but actually what happens is most people don't even know they're there. And we want to show what is actually there. You know, so some people know, but not everybody does. So we're trying to bring that information and share that with everybody. There's going to be workshops as well. So not only have we got some people talking, we are going to have workshops upstairs that the young people can then join in. It's going to be a fabulous day. It is going to be really, really good. It's one not to be missed. There's lots of events going on, but this one is going to be the best. Of course it is. Of course it is. It is. It's absolutely brilliant.
I think it will be, to be fair, because what you wouldn't know, Tamar, is that the lead youth person on there is actually Cecile's daughter. She's an awesome speaker. She the way she tells her story, I don't find anybody not to be moved or touched by her story when she tells it. I think she could probably take somebody else's story and tell it, and they would still be leaning into it.
I'll be there with my notes then.
So yes, she is the lead. My daughter Remy, she is the lead of the committee, and she has been at other events and does share her story, her own journey. And as Nikkei says, because Nikkei said it, I obviously I'm proud mum, and I'm going to say that she's brilliant anyway, but she does command a room. People listen, and she's wanting to now bring young people into that and show what is out there and what can be done and what can be there to support young people. Nike can't come even if she brings a young person, because she's got an event that day, a different event to go to, haven't you?
Yes, unfortunately, and I've paid. If it was just a meetup, I would be making excuses. I accidentally fell out my mouth.
You just said that out loud to everybody.
I know. No. I'm just telling you how much my desire to come to this event is. But I will still promote it again amongst the young people in my family. But it might be a bit of a hard sell because most of them are on the other side of London. But
yeah, but it's like I said, it's a free event. It's in the centre of town. It's at the Hat Factory. It's easy to find. It starts at 12, finishes at 5. Come for the whole thing, come for part of it. What I would say is that 12 o'clock we have got Quentin Green, Mr. Malise, spoken word artist. He's just fantastic. He is fantastic. He is starting at 12. He's kicking it all off. So you need to come for 12. Because that is going to be really, really good. I just think he's wonderful. But he works within various different services aside from his spoken word. He has an organisation which is trying to support people who have been victims of knife crime. So it's not just his poetry. He has fantastic stuff to share as well. So he's going to be kicking it off, which is brilliant. But yes, there's just so much. There is so much to do. We've got a local lad who has set up a football team, local football team. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've also got a guy that is in training to be an F1 driver as well. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I said, oh wow.
They're just a few things that we've got. They're just a few things that we've got. But it's going to be, there we go.
Okay.
It's going to be a brilliant event, absolutely brilliant event.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anybody who's watching, it's free. So it's not going to cost you. You're going to get fed as well. Come down. And anybody, any parents, bring your kids down, stay, listen to what's being shared, find out what is going on within Luton, within the community itself, what you can access for your children, or teenagers or young adults. Yeah, it's going to be great. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. So 2nd of September. Want to see you all down there. Come and have an absolutely brilliant day. And for you, Tamar, have a look in your diary.
Oh, yeah.
Share this out to everybody. We like Shelley was saying to you before we came on, quite often we get most of our viewers evening times, afternoon evening times, they'll watch it on catch up. So if you're watching this later on and you've got niece and nephew or grandchildren, whatever, let us know and share it out to them so that they know what is going on. And yes, just want to see everybody down there.
Yeah. The other good thing I would like to say about events like that they're safe spaces, because I think a lot of the time, a lot of young people do not have somewhere where they can go and just voice their opinion. Freely, especially, we know the way things are, even as adults in workplaces and stuff like that. What your opinions that you can voice are quite censored now with all the PC, and I think for kids is important, that they get the opportunity to network and see other things. So
yeah,
even though I'm not going to be there, I'm really excited for it. I think, and I think I'm excited for it, especially again because it's in Luton.
yeah, exactly.
So
So that's what we've got coming on. So just look in your diaries, check your diaries, put the date in there. Want to see you down there. But thank you, Tamar, for coming on today. Really interesting, really interesting. And all of this AI business, who knows where we're going to be in, I don't know how many years.
We'll be okay if we work together. If we stick together, if we're together, we'll be all right, hopefully.
I'm sure it's going to be fine. I think there will be new governance roles coming up.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
What? Say it again.
I said I think there'll be new roles in governance coming up.
Yeah.
Cecile's not convinced.
I don't know, but I'm hoping it's not in my lifetime that all of this AI stuff is going to be up, running, fully everything, because then we're not even going to know who we're talking to. A little bit scary, but maybe that's progression.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps, maybe. Anyway,
something to ponder.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We will be back next week, as usual, 12 o'clock. So hopefully see you all then, or see you on the catch up. And have a lovely day today. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.